everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign, brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I am your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have a wonderful session in store for you today. But before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com, or if you're in our Twitch chat, you can use the command !midnight for a direct link. You can watch their music videos on YouTube, listen to their music on Spotify, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. And yes, that is right now. But we don't want you to do it right now because you're watching us.
Nope.
And the sweet baritone sounds of Noah's voice.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Silky.
Also, you might notice that we have some really cool artwork. Wow, amazing. Yay.
Wow. Have you seen that new artwork though?
That new artwork, yes, it looks so good.
Who made that artwork?
I don't know. Oh my god, it was Jeremiah. Jeremiah, who is Aspen, our Furbolg druid. You can commission him by going to our Discord using command !Discord and messaging him by having a mutual server, which will, that's a really good time. So great work. Go commission him. It's gonna be a great time. What else do we got?
He gives you art and a great time.
Yes.
Can confirm.
Yes.
Both at the same time?
That's true. Let's play D&D.
With a happy ending.
One hand for the pen, the other hand for other activities.
Anyway,
Waving.
Yeah.
Anyway, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table, and we now begin session 72 of Prestige Encounters, going on 4 years of D&D, everybody.
Woo!
And here to tell us what happened last time, in their very own words, is none other than Galder, who will be given this week's recap.
Fight with Connell raged on. People on both sides dropping like flies. I attempted to cast a few spells and found myself encased in a wall of force. The mage that cast this wall around me is revealed and evokes some infernal magic to essentially kamikaze herself and harm everyone on the battlefield. Eventually, we whittled down the rest of the combatants, leaving Connell alive for Revelor to get the finishing blow. It is his uncle after all. Inside the cart, we find the family jewel we were sent to find, Camilla Nightbriar's daughter. We discover that she's a vampire, and while we make that discovery, Mordecai's making a discovery of his own. He's being called to by the obsidian wand left by the mage. And despite us wanting him not to, he picks it up. I shudder to imagine what consequences it could have for him. After we clean up here, Aspen made a portal into a tree, leading back to the Nightbriar Manor. Camilla thanked us greatly for returning her daughter, and gave us important information about our destination, Amandaresk. She also gave us a sending stone so that we could contact her when we were ready to enter Venaria. Lady Nightbriar teleported us to the bank of the Aman River, where we said our goodbyes and began to set up camp. Right as we got our fire going, Casimir opened an opaque glass bottle taken from Connell's body, and a djinn emerged. He declared himself as Gadi, ruler of the plane of air, and he offered us 3 wishes. As we congregated and discussed, Casimir wished for the singing sword he brought from Aronaldaeus' hands. I hope this doesn't mean we have another fight ahead of us.
Gotti.
So, yes, that is what we wished for. The
Is it though?
Absolutely.
the sword, the singing blade from the hands of the maestro. So, with that, the djinn snapped his fingers, and appearing before you. In fact, let me give you a visual of how this is going.
Oh, God.
All right. We're getting started.
All right.
They could have fun. It could just be his hands.
I'm sure.
Roll initiative.
No, that's a visual. I like a visual.
So I have your tent set up. You guys did set up near the river. There are those 3 massive trees kind of growing. On the other side of the river, it looks very barren and misty. Just to give you like an idea of where you are right now.
I like it.
However, appearing before you, holding the blade of which he stole from all of you, is the maestro. You can all put your tokens around the tents, just for reference.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my sheet. I can't get it to open and drop my token in.
I gotcha.
Click and drag by the name.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, did it work? It worked.
It worked.
Yeah, it's super counterintuitive. You would think he would drag by the picture, but he dragged by the name.
Oh no, he's hot.
Maestro, holding the singing blade. And he's gonna look up. This is not what I was expecting for my evening. He gives his long, graceful bow as if he's greeting the audience for his next concert.
Is the gin still there?
The gin is currently floating nearby. Yeah, I don't have a token for the gin. Give me a second.
Yeah, because that was only the first of 3.
Yes, and Aspen is looking at the gin.
Oh God.
No.
We said
I
from the hands.
I want his hands.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh well, I did not know.
Should have been more specific. I didn't mean for it
to
be attached to
this
his
wish.
body.
This wish is halfway through. From the hands is the important part.
The gin. What do you expect?
That's true.
His name's literally Gotti. Like, he's gonna trick us.
Gotti.
Anyway, there's the gin.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't believe I have the sword. I think he's still holding it.
From the hands. There it is.
Okay.
I await your next wish. At that moment, there is a flash. I need everybody to make a perception check, please.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Perception.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Natural one.
See.
Okay.
20.
22.
First on the board.
First that one.
I will
9
put
minutes into the
things
session.
back down.
Well, you know what they say.
Literally the first person who rolled.
You're gonna fuck up. Get it out of the way early.
What did
17.
So Dakota, what did you roll?
I rolled a 22.
22. Casimir rolled a natural 1. Mordecai, what did you roll?
17.
17. Okay.
I got an 18 if that helps.
It doesn't, because you can't cast counterspell.
Fuck.
As you're all focused on the situation, there was a subtle spell, and there's a flash, and the gin disappears.
In the bottle.
He disappears. You do not know where.
Was this a
you can
banishment
have-
spell?
This was...
Okay.
Now that's
Okay.
that distraction is out of the way. Shall we continue our conversation from a little while ago?
The one where you promised to work with us before you killed me.
Yes,
For the umpteenth time.
but you did turn down my offer, or wanted to speak to me in the morning. By that point, it was too late. I tried to warn you.
I mean, I'll point out this is the second time you've received a decline of an offer that I wasn't present for, that I paid the consequences for.
Ronald Deus. How have your dreams been?
Make an insight check.
All right.
Lovely.
29.
You can tell that there is kind of like a wince. There are circles under his eyes. He hasn't
We in that
sleeping
man's head
well.
rent free.
You know, you don't look very well rested. Maybe it doesn't sit well with you that the people you so cowardly put down are back like nothing ever happened to them.
Does it read to us, DM, as though he is ready to supplicate? As though he is. Do I sense a predatory deception here, or do I present maybe an earnest desire to join?
You can roll for insight if you like.
Love to do that. That's an 8 though, so let's see if anyone else wonders the same thing.
I will say that there is
Passive insight 13.
17. Yeah, so he does not give you the feeling of hostility. He was not expected to be here. That you can see he didn't. He's clearly, you're not aware of him being ready for a fight.
Is he like in his pajamas?
Yeah, so Zul's gonna speak up. So, you want to talk? Now we have a chance to talk. Come here. I draw out a karambit, which is a curved dagger that I've been carrying since the start of this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
Cool dagger.
I'll take a
Effective.
step
And he
forward.
Okay.
So he is gonna
you want
make an
to-
insight check on you.
Yeah, you want to ask if
11.
we can trust you. So first, we see if you can trust us. And yeah, give me an insight check.
Yeah, that's gonna be an 11.
Well, how would you like me to respond? Because I will tell you that Zul is willing to entertain the offer with some with yeah. That's hopefully the vibe he's trying to put out. With some conditions.
He'll take a step forward, thing a little bit closer to you. We'll say about 10 feet.
Yeah.
I
I can roll a persuasion check so that I can try to convey that I'm not here to be threatening, but
Yeah,
we'll see how that works out.
I do have some concerns over what I've joined with. It was not what I expected. You may ask what this is, but information cannot be given freely. But I can tell you, as a gesture of good faith. Do you know why this blade can kill me?
I was going to ask you, as you peered. Was quite curious you referred to the blade as brother before you left.
I made it. It is no secret that my kind are known for their mastery of the forge, able to craft amazingly powerful magic items and weapons. I took some of the light of the brightest stars and my talent, and I poured it into this blade. You can say it is part of me as I am part of it. It is my blade.
How poetic.
And yet it's the only assurance we have that we can deal with you if you are betraying us.
It is also the very weapon that someone who would go against our deal would use to end me. I can give you information that you need.
You can give us information, maybe, but also you can give us Astra.
That is not within my power.
You have her
Is it
soul.
not within your possession?
Correct.
So give. Let her free. Show us we can trust you. Then we can talk.
Atagora would not freely give it to me.
Why not? She think you are working with us now?
She's cautious. That is her leverage against you. She gives that
She's
up.
afraid that we'd kill him.
So she has Astra's soul.
She's the one in possession of it. Intercepted it herself. I can tell you where it is.
At what cost?
Consider this a token of good faith.
Okay.
Okay, I'm confused. Like 10 minutes ago, you said big enemy, now we're talking what is going on? Like, aren't you having big issues with ending world?
Where did you get that donut?
Who are you asking, Budak?
Him.
You're asking him? Okay. So, I thought you were asking the party. My bad. Well, my good friend, before you interjected into this little tale and destiny set you on this path, I was trying to be friendly with them. I was trying to warn them of the trap that Atagora had placed, how she planned on using the power of these individuals to free that primordial demon. But they turned me down until the next day or until they returned. And to keep face, I had to be part of their banishment. But they made it out, as I so thought they would.
That technically did not answer my question.
Don't worry about it.
Semantics.
No, that's the
cannot-
reason why you talked and then betrayed and whatever, who betrayed ever who. No. Aren't you on the world ending side with the Antagora person?
That means that I will be part of to my end. I was lied to. I thought this was about destroying the Feywild and getting revenge on the people that cast me out. And they remaking it to where we would roll over it, but it became much larger than that.
Why were you cast out?
For taking a look into what was forbidden.
What's that?
I'm not going to scratch your back until you scratch mine.
And what do you want?
We started this with the sword. You can give us the sword, then we are equal, huh? Then, if you are lying, then we can defend ourselves. But first, you trust us with this sword.
Seems to be the only.
Otherwise, we cannot trust you. You can maybe lying to us, but if you give us this sword, maybe we can understand that you trust us something.
He does have point. But still question, you got into trouble with the others because they are more promising, helping you on revenge with Feywild.
Correct.
So if that is your total goal, if you give, at least me, I would change definitely, but if you give good reason for why you need to take revenge on Feywild, like what actually happened that you got into big trouble, I see no reason not to help you instead of you getting help from the other people. Like me personal,
maybe you can-
I'm on revenge quest too, so I do understand what you're talking about to a point.
So you help us, we can help you also.
Perfectly. because you don't seem to care about who your allies are. As long as you get your wish fulfilled. Is that quite a fair assumption?
And live.
Sorry, say that again.
Everybody dies, no.
And live.
And leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about
Well,
this?
you have not given me reason to end your life, so
I don't want
I'm
to give you the blade. You do not want me to have the blade. But I need more reassurances than just your word. How about we make this a little bit more official?
Deal with the
Saw
pay.
this coming.
Always promising.
Ah, I want this in writing.
Fair
And
enough.
he will do a hand motion, and before you appears a figure. The figure is made of a mixture of magical apparatuses and gears with a large eye at its center. It stands quite large, and you get the vibe that overall this whatever this creature may be is powerful. There is a creature that you've met,
Is
some of
it-
you have met prior
Is it
to
reminiscent
of
Whiskers?
it is very similar to Miskers. Consider this a neutral pact keeper. We write what we want on a contract, and as long as neither party violates this contract, it does not kill either of us.
I will say, just for any onlookers, all this mention of a peace like pact and all of this, you see Aspen's face twisted, like just he is very clearly not happy, and he's clutching what looks to be a whistle in his hand. He's just like frozen still.
I'll let you all react to that however you seem fit.
Aspen. I, of all people, understand that sometimes we have to give even those not worthy a second chance. If this can help us save Astra, killing isn't always the answer, even to revenge.
If we cannot have the sword, no deal. We must have some protection. Then we can maybe trust each other. Until then, you are stronger than us.
Well,
Huh?
let's
Surely.
let's see what we can. As you said, we have a bargain on writing, and I'm very clearly the one who will be carrying the blade if we have it returned.
And that's
Depending
exactly
on
what
the
I propose. If I violate my end of the agreement, this creature here who will be holding the blade will deliver it to you immediately. And you may slay me with it.
I would like to focus short on my divine sense and check if this thing is something celestial or fiendish.
Yeah, it is neither of those things. I'm about to put it on the map, but which the stream can't see at the moment.
Fascinating. It's neither of those things.
It is
Oh,
it's
Yeah, yeah.
technically a construct.
Iron Up.
It's
Because
a
Miskers
moron
was
thing.
a construct. This creature
Yeah.
is large in size. I'll go ahead and bring it up for everybody else to see. Can I get a history check from somebody with advantage?
Oh yes, please. Unless someone like
I was like, I can.
I'm gonna say I have a +5 on that.
I have a +7.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15
I got a
myself.
natural 20.
I was gonna-
Oh,
A
all right.
natural 20. This creature, you've heard about these creatures before. As a paladin, pacts are very important to you. These are in some ways the epitome of keeping a pact. when a deal is made, the contract is fed to this creature. These things are are described in history as nearly unstoppable, as being the pact keeper of both gods and demons alike. They have been used for a wide variety of such things in the past. They are primarily servants of the realm of time, so they are part of that realm, and they will do what they will stop at no ends essentially to keep a contract alive. While some demons may like try to word a contract to be kind of twisting and wording and manipulate this very small print, these things are very face value, and they're very neutral. They belong to neither gods nor demons.
That is the gist I'm going to give along. Like, this is, how do I say it? Very powerful creature who takes care of all kinds of pacts, laws, and oaths, and will fuck you up if you do not hold the end of your bargain. Like, there's no if, there's only it will. If anything would kind of, yeah.
Here's
Like,
my
even
offer.
if we don't trust that person, I definitely would set absolute faith into Oathbearer.
Here's my offer. I assist you to defeat the coven. You let me live. And if I get reinstated among my court, consider that a bonus. In return, you do not hurt me. I do not hurt you. Unless I need to keep up appearances with Atagora.
That's very dangerous.
Maybe, unless we have
Appearances
to
of them.
defend ourselves from you.
If I violate this agreement, which there's no line that can get me around that. If I act out of turn, if I'm acting in my own favor versus yours, or the coven's versus yours, this blade gets returned to you immediately. In fact, it'll get returned to Casimir immediately, the one who can use it.
How would keeping up appearances only apply to you? Are we not to attack you given the chance in front of Atagora? As we have.
May not kill me or permanently injure.
You also cannot kill or permanently injure.
Or imprison while we're just throwing terms around.
Okay.
I am free to go and live my life once I am finished with you. And you can do the same.
Well, it would mean, at the very least, that it removes one of our 3 obstacles. And hopefully we can free you from your obligation to Atagora.
Okay.
Just to point out that is kind of weak opposition. If on accident you mess us up, or one of us, you only give away blade. That is kind of small deal.
I mean,
I'd rather put life on line.
I mean, Putak, it's literally the only thing that we know that can destroy him.
I'll point again at the mechanized creature, like, this does not care about God, the demon, or whatsoever. It's
So,
something that is on the scale of inevitable.
He's
You say we can trust this robot thing. Okay. Can we say, you violate your agreement, kill us, then he sends us the sword, also he sends us you.
Why go extra step? If
sword.
if he kills one of us, creature has sword
Intentionally.
Kills you.
intentionally. Like if you kill one of us, creature will kill you. If we kind of mess up your side of the deal, creature comes kills me.
It would only be fair that if we were going to have the full brunt of that thing coming at us, if we break our pact, that you have the same. Because if you break your pact and we get the sword, you still have the full support of Atagora and Auntie Babanish. You are still as protected as you have been for this entire time.
And
That's
the
why I suggest we stake life online. Because why pull mighty creature for just being, I don't know, bearer of sword? That's kind of small.
I cannot make the pact for the creature to come after them, only myself. I will be delivered with the blade. That is how serious I am about this. In fact, I will allow you to shackle me upon delivery.
Okay.
You
Want to
do have
insight
the-
that?
You do have the dimensional shackles.
Yeah,
We
I'm gonna
did.
say we have the dimensional shackles. He can't escape if he wears them.
You can go and inside it.
Okay. He probably is telling the truth, but you never know with this guy.
No, and that's
26.
why I roll no matter what. It seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
As you guys have been working out these details, lines have been written, lines have been crossed out to edit things, that sort of thing, with this kind of like magical ink on this paper appearing
So you
before
think
this Merut
It's an AI chatbot.
essentially. So with that, do we have a deal? All of you must sign.
One last test. I will step over, like to a like over here to a proper space and go like, now you show me what you call holding up appearance.
Okay.
Come watch
Wait,
this.
are you welcoming him to hit you?
That is correct. That's how this works.
Okay.
Oh god, you've never fought him.
I need
Well,
a
then we
wisdom.
know-
I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Yeah, of course.
Good saving throw.
So you feel as if
One of my best.
there's a moment where you kind of like see, so just a brief moment, where like strings are starting to pull at your joints, your points of movement and flexibility, but you're able to ward it off, almost like he was trying to take control of you for just a moment. Well, that
Nice throw.
failed.
Why don't you use me to show him? We're gonna make the deal. Might as well. If he wants to see.
It's less for me. It's more for oath binding mechanism thing.
Yeah.
We really need name for it.
Casimir, can I get a
We will
Constitution
auto-fail.
saving throw, please?
I'm gonna auto fail the saving throw.
You're gonna auto fail the saving throw? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have done that too.
Pudhak wants to make a point, and Casimir's gonna be like, all right, then let's see what the fuck's going on.
Which one of these is the edgiest edgelord?
Power word kill.
You're gonna take 63 points of force damage as he casts Finger of Death at you.
Oh.
Are you satisfied, Pudhak?
That was interesting.
Do I see creature writing? Like, is there more magical ink happening?
No,
Casimir looks like he got hit
there's been no
pretty
deal
hard.
yet. He's
This is like, now we have scale of you keeping up appearance. That is about
Yeah.
nor more.
the basic thing is he's gonna make it look real, but he's not gonna pull his punches.
Bot just goes, Casimir is masochist.
Casimir doesn't seem happy about it, by the way.
He'll walk over and he'll sign the contract.
Yeah, I'll first like, wait, does that work? We'll see if that works. Come over to Casimir, like, you get my hand on your shoulder, like, I am not sure if this works. Let me see if healing actually, like, I'll give you 1 point of healing just to check if it works. And if it works, then I'll just like, okay, this seems good. Feel better. That was, I didn't want you to take this, but now you did. You're getting 35 hit points back.
On top of the one?
No, 35 in total. I was like first gonna check if how my healing hands works with your undead being.
It's fine. You've seen him be healed before.
Well, seeing and doing it, that's big difference.
Fair point.
And then I'll walk over to the mechanist creature and
So,
sign 2.
I mean,
I
does
put
this
this on-
require all of our signatures?
It does.
Aspen?
This one's hesitating. And he looks at you, and you feel a force trying to enter your mind.
There's no resistance, so.
I've given up just so I can get back at him. I need to make it worth it.
I think that our end goal is more important than our revenge, isn't it?
Revenge is my end goal.
I think saving your people needs to be your end goal. Saving your sister needs to be your end goal.
And who caused all of that?
Who caused anything? I've lived my entire life trying to seek vengeance, and it turned me into a monster. And it was only when I met you and Astra and these people that I realized that there were more important things than revenge.
Zul's gonna nod over at the sword being held in the Modron's hand. He says to Aspen, "Hey, look, got the puppet master's strings with the sword that sings. Maybe this is how we cut his strings. Huh? We come so far. Now maybe we can take care of this. Maybe we were wrong. Don't have to kill. But his strings can be cut with that sword. We don't even need to swing it. And if we can get your sister, sister's soul, and if we can save your people, then all is worth it, huh?" I turn to look at the Maestro. My friend is still not trusting you. I also not sure yet, but there's one thing maybe. I'll come over to him. Take out the karambit I was holding. I slide it just on my palm. I'll take 7 points of slashing damage doing so. Well, 7 points of necrotic damage as I clasp the right of the oracle. And I extend the blade and I offer my hand out. Your hand.
So before I say this as an NPC that, you know, do this, is what is there anything that you as a player trying to like deceive about or anything like that, or just is this just a normal blood pact?
This is a pact here.
Okay. He'll reach his hand out.
Okay. And I'm going to use this karambit and do a little slice just along his palm. And it's probably going to hurt a little. This isn't a... Sorry, that's the wrong dice. Oh, that's a 19. And here's the damage. So attack roll. 9 points plus about 8, 7.
Okay.
16. Trying not to go like too deep. This isn't like a battle stab. This is more of a.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't flinch.
Okay. 3 marks appear in his palm as my brand of castigation is applied. So just for a little while, Zul's going to know where he is, but the more important part is that Zul now knows that he's willing to play along. And Zul nods and turns to the contract and signs his own name.
Reblor is gonna walk over to Aspen. He's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "Listen, you helped me with my bit of revenge, and I know revenge is all that's on your mind right now, so whatever you decide, I'm with you."
Aspen just looks around at the party and kind of takes it in, kind of just acknowledging like everything that's happened up to this point, the torment that he has gone through while he wasn't physical, and he acknowledges what is practically the only family that he currently has. And he puts his staff down for a moment, and he walks over to Zulkifli and reaches his hand out for the karambit.
No out of town.
And Aspen will walk closer to the maestro. And he'll get as close as possible to him.
Okay.
And Aspen will take the karambit and cut into his own palm, and allowing a deep black blood to flow out of it. And he reaches his hand to the maestro's, and he looks him in the eyes, and he just says, "I so deeply hate you, but I know my actions already mean you will never know peace. And that is okay with me. You get to keep your life, and you get to keep your eyes."
He'll reach out his hand.
Yeah, Aspen will grab it. And he will... What was that?
Go ahead.
He will, hold it like tightly for a second, like kind of seal the deal, I guess. And he'll let go and walk towards the big construct. And everybody will kind of just see him holding a black, almost like pearl looking thing in his hand before he signs the contract.
Does everybody else sign the contract?
Not yet.
Oh?
So I got nods from Mordecai and Tora for record. Galder, what are you doing?
It's not that I'm doing. He's just kind of standing there, just looking back and forth between everything going on. Just a little bit scared about making another deal. And he's seeing that everyone else is doing it, looking at the Maestro. The Maestro hasn't done anything to Galder personally. Except, oh, actually, no, he has. He has.
A little bit here and there.
Took him over that one time during that fight. But, like, Galder was almost dead anyways. That ain't a big deal. So whatever. Looks at the rest of the party, signing.
Casimir will sign while looking at him, going, I remind you again, this is your second chance. Don't waste it. You don't get another.
Mordecai will approach him and say, for my own insurance, I need a piece of hair. And reach out his palm for a piece of his hair.
And you're really asking a lot from this guy.
I also need this guy's jacket. Can I give his cool? Can I get his cool jacket?
I need his
Yes,
shoes.
Oh, and
Just
the
such
boot.
a
Yeah,
cool
the boots.
jacket.
Don't forget the boots.
Yeah, I need like 3 of your teeth.
Can Mordecai either cut off or basically pluck a piece of this guy's hair?
Sure. He'll allow it.
Mordecai will walk away saying, this is my own insurance.
Starting to think this guy might be a masochist. Getting hurt a lot and he's not resisting.
I apparently did not do a good job at conveying how powerful this thing is.
I want. Looking at the Maestro just taking all this, I just want to like study him. Like, is he reacting in any way?
I mean, he bled when you cut his hand.
But like that's like there's no like facial reaction, no change in posture.
You can make an insight check.
Okay.
What, you think he's not really him? Who would do such a thing? That's not me.
It's a 21.
The blood is just snowflakes. Just
It's more like
Sorry.
a forced calmness is what you're getting. He doesn't want to show weakness.
Okay.
So has everybody signed the contract? We all got our internal monologues out. Oh no, not yet.
Revelor has one thing. He's just gonna walk up, like right in front of the Maestro. He's gonna look at him for a second. He's gonna bend down and like pick up a pebble off the ground, and just kind of go.
Just bounces off his chest. What was that?
Just checking, since considering time before last,
Yeah, but
you weren't actually here, so
They,
just checking.
they were all literally just.
we literally stabbed him. Like, he
Okay, and Revelor was over by the fire. He didn't see any of that.
All right, Revelor.
It's a nice
Like,
fire, by the way. All right, so
It is a
everyone
nice
signs
fire.
it. Galder.
Yeah, Revelor signs it.
he's still drunk.
Hi, what?
Yeah, Galder will go sign it very hesitantly.
Now, is it signed as Ronald Diaz or as the Maestro? He signed his true
Ronald
name. Okay.
Well, there we have it. And now the information I promised. The soul of your sister is being kept at the Court of Ashes, previously known as the Court of Summer. What is nothing but its name now. That is where you'll find Adagora. However, Adagora, her main self, you will find at the Tower of Allura during the winter solstice. They're awfully close to the bottom.
I do have an additional question for you, if you don't mind answering.
Mm-hmm.
Is Tumes more than he seems? Is he just a god of magic? Or is he something that you are seeking to resurrect?
That is quite the question.
It's one that's been plaguing me for... Well, it's only been a couple days, but it's felt like so much longer.
He is the god of magic, and he is something that needs to be awoken, at least in the eyes of Adagora. Even that information has been kept from me. And Aspen,
Espen looks at him.
Babinish is not Fae.
Is she?
She is the one who plagued your people.
Was she in that flask?
She is Beldanea.
Hmm. Espen nods his head. Then I have much to think about.
Well, I must be going.
Oh, one last thing. Can you drop concentration on that banishment? We want to.
So he will, but in order to get the gin
want our
back
wishes
out,
back.
you have to do the bottle again because it
Good.
just got sent back to where it's from. It's demi-plane.
You
so.
gotta do the dance.
Okay.
Hey, we're saving our wishes.
Do a
You
little
gotta
dance.
do
All right.
And yeah, he will vanish.
I thought for sure somebody was going to ask if he was single, but you know.
Oh no! Why did anybody?
Is the Jin single?
Probably.
Do you wish to know?
I mean, I'm assuming he's trapped in a bottle. I can't imagine he's
So
dating.
after all of that, the gin will reappear from you guys uncorking the bottle once again.
After we had some time to discuss what our wishes.
So does it have new wishes now, or is there only 2 left?
There's 2 left.
Oh.
He
Where does-
delivered the blade to you.
Yeah.
Where does the mech go once the pact's been signed?
It disappears.
It just
Same
into
way
thin
that
air.
it appeared.
In a plorp sound. Do we want to discuss what our wishes are before we free this?
I think we should.
Yes.
I will say.
No, I think we should make it up and right away.
I will say-
After we.
Morally, I am concerned about the fact that this entity is trapped in this bottle. So, as much as I'd like to be selfish, I would like to see if there's a way for us to free it.
We can smash the bottle.
Don't think it's that simple.
And just bust up his house? Like,
if you had, if you, if it doesn't,
I want to Aladdin this shit, guys.
Why
That's the last
are we
wish.
so sure that he needs freeing?
Well, depends on if you free it here, it might wreck countryside.
It might. Or we might just be freeing a entity that's been captured in a bottle for centuries.
he is the ruler of
Freeing
the plane of
Yes.
air.
Exactly.
Freeing an entity that's trapped in a bottle. Look where that got me.
I mean, technically Revelor is trapped in a bottle, but
But
Oh,
okay,
what was that?
what would then still be second wish? We
yeah, carefully think about what we want.
Worded very, very specifically.
Very, very specifically.
And we could always ask it what precisely.
But then it's gonna ask you what we wish to know, and then, you know.
Mordecai still wants to wish for the return of Selnor,
They'd already said it couldn't do that.
Yes.
or at least for the power to bring back Selnor.
It already said that bringing back Sealnor was outside of its power.
No, I don't mean wishing for it to bring back Selnor. I mean wishing it to grant us power on our quest. Like,
I mean, I feel like we probably should more carefully think that through.
well, with one wish, we got rid of one big enemy. Could we focus second wish on kind of second task?
I think we got lucky.
I'm just asking out. If you want to have a physical fight with the rest of two, I'm on board. But
We don't have the weapons to kill them.
And I think the other two are going to be much less diplomatic than Aralde is here.
I mean, Ronald is already, trying to play at wanting to make a bargain, and very clearly was actually intending that, despite, killing me.
As he probably has said, the show must go on.
we could keep the 2 wishes until we rub lamp again, like we did. I don't think there's time limit on now.
Well, I kind of get the feeling when you're dealing with an entity that you're freeing temporarily from its prison that is willing to grant you 3 wishes, that sometimes they're not so grateful if you dilly-dally and, come back, 2 years later and say, hey, I want those wishes. And he's like, what you gonna give me for them?
Why don't we just ask it? We don't have to wish for it, but we can talk to it.
Well, it's a he. I think it's a he. Anyways, let's...
You have a big old genie dick.
Okay. We were discussing this now. We're going to free him from the bottle again. We can ask questions as to what he can do.
Mordecai's just gonna straight up ask him.
He's gonna reappear. Oh, he's gonna reappear. I am God. Oh, it's you guys again.
Yeah, sorry. The last wish didn't go as planned. Couple things, because I realize we don't maybe know the scope of how these wishes work. Are we able to free you with a wish?
No.
Damn. Do you know how you can be freed without us having the wish to do it?
No.
I mean, it can't be fun being trapped in a bottle.
I am bound by law.
Bound by law.
Do you want to be bound in the bottle?
No.
What law is keeping you bound?
I gave myself to another to save the one I loved.
Very noble.
Who did
I did not assume you being the romantic.
He's not single!
Yeah, we need to know now. For now, and every NPC needs to tell us their relationship status.
Do you have a last name?
No.
So, are there any specific rules for how the wishes work?
They must be within my power.
Any special conditions? Can't make somebody fall in love with you. Can't bring somebody back from the dead.
I can bring someone back from the dead.
I mean,
Can you bring anyone back from the dead?
we already said no to the Sealdor thing. That's out.
Not anyone or anything.
Can you fight someone for us? Can you help us fight enemies?
Perhaps.
What happens when we finish our wishes?
I cannot grant wishes for another 100 years.
Are you trapped for that period, or are you sent back to your home?
I am trapped.
Could we not just use our final wish to pass the time to get infinite wishes?
I feel like that would end the world as we know it.
Yeah, that would.
Well, you guys were told that you do have until the winter solstice to...
Yeah.
If you skip 100 years, who knows what you'll go into?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Campaign 16.
100.
That's
the next
Dungeon
Sultan.
Master's nightmare.
Then we wish to go back in time, and then we'll be.
Then as a whole mess.
I don't do time
Right,
travel.
If I
All right.
Find a way.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Time out.
What's so time of day check DM?
It's
Night
late
now.
evening. It's around midnight.
Late evening. Okay,
Mordecai will ask him, can he grant us more power?
Perhaps.
In what way?
Ask.
Could you give us resistances, make our minds sharper and our bodies stronger?
That is a lot of things you're asking for.
Would you grant us your boon? We received a boon from a god before.
I am not a god.
Pretty close.
Sure, of the physique of one. Gotta butter him up. I mean,
A little bit of flattery.
yeah.
A little bit of flattery, a
Goes a
little
long-
bit
goes a
of
long way.
charm. Make your wish or dismiss me.
I think we're gonna have to go with the throw shit at the wall kind of strategy with this.
Maybe we go to sleep first, huh? We can think about this, but now is not the time.
We
Already
are
very late.
too unsure.
Okay, so thank you, Jin. Sleep now. Okay.
Does it hurt you when we wait like this, or is it just annoying?
He'll dissipate back into the bottle.
I mean, we could have at least offered you a drink.
Well,
All right.
I-
Somebody needs to draft up a really good couple wishes with no like room for.
I have a question, Michael.
Mhm.
Was everybody deafened when I was granted that orb, or was that out in the open?
I think it was out in the open.
The one from
What orb?
The nightmare.
we did not deafen for that.
We did not.
No.
Okay.
Agazan.
Yeah, Agazan.
While you were discussing with the Jin about Power Stone, I was just on the side doing push-ups.
Love that for you.
I mean, the simplest wishes we would do would be to, make ourselves stronger. which would help us in
Blessings.
war. But making sure that when we word it, it's carefully worded so that, if you make yourselves stronger, do you become, feeble of mind? Is there an exchange?
Yeah. Maybe we can all wish to gain +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
No.
We could.
Sorry, I don't know what I just said. Very tired.
Sorry, what happened? I blacked out.
Could wish for like a powerful magical weapon.
Oh,
Could-
maybe
Could we wish
+2
for
to all wisdom scores to a maximum of 22.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you want to be lucky?
could we wish for to make our skin stronger so that no slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing damage takes effect?
I think that would be a little bit much. So
We just all
as
turn
a-
into trees.
As a wizard, would Casimir have any understanding of how wish magic would generally work?
Make an Arcana check.
Sure.
I'll help.
Well, if you help, it's a 19. If you don't, it's an 8.
All right. So I'll say that it would be with advantage because you did roll pretty fast. So okay. I mean, it's the wish spell, a spell that you've only heard the most accomplished magic casters in history have been able to utilize. There's a few things that you can do, and I'll just read them off, just so everybody knows what wish can do. You can create one
Yay.
object of up to 25,000 GP in value that isn't a magic item. There are some restrictions to that. You can allow up to 20 creatures that you can see regain all hit points, and you end all effects on them described in the Greater Restoration spell. You grant up to 10 creatures that you can see resistance to a damage type you choose. You can grant up to 10 creatures you can see immunity to a single spell or other magical effect for 8 hours. For instance, you can make yourself and all your companions immune to a Lich's life drain attack. You can undo a single reset event by forcing a reroll of any roll made within the last round. So basically, you're reshaping reality, and then of course there's the
Silvery barbs, basically.
there's this you might be able to do something else if you word it properly, but it's really up to me whether or not that succeeds or fails.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we can just hold out these wishes. Only 2 left. We hold them, and then maybe we will need them. I don't know. Maybe Pudak turns to stone, and then what? Or Galder, it turns to stone.
He already said there's no way for us to free him, so there's no harm in holding on to it.
Mm.
So there is a way to free him, but just not by wishing.
Yeah, but it's too big for us. For now, we must have this problem, huh? Coven. And they have magic, very strong magic. Sometimes we cannot do anything. But now we have 2 wishes.
It could
And when
be
we know
useful.
what they are, then we can use them.
It could be useful if we came up against someone else who could exploit themselves like that. We could.
Mm.
We'll try and reverse the effects of that spell.
Okay. So
Just-
I say we
Just to point out, I do not like wishing for me getting stronger. That just defeats all the point.
No, you said you just put on a magic belt.
No, we wish you were stronger, so we give you a belt.
Uh-huh.
That was connected to actions, not just words.
Yeah.
I mean, words are powerful tools.
Words
Oh,
are
I see.
actions.
We hold on. Or we create one object of up to 25,000 GP in value that isn't a magic item.
Let's hold on to them for now.
I mean, there's
Or-
a lot of useful spells that we could, make it go. Anybody want a magical clone of themselves, for example? No?
Not right now.
I mean,
feel
it's
like that
not
would
like a
just get
backup
confusing.
body.
We're all fairly damaged right
I
now.
believe having a backup body, I'm beyond that at this point.
Okay.
You can make a younger version of yourself, too.
Will
You could
you
heal
allow
your
that we
body.
have eaten by now, DM?
What?
Will we have eaten by now?
Yeah.
I think we probably would have. Yeah, great. Yeah.
One
Ready for
last
the long
thing
rest?
before we go to bed. You all, or most of you, saw the deal I made back in the Nightmare Court. I have sealed my fate after my death. I will, maybe not as long as Galder, but I will serve the Nightmare King for 100 years after my death. And I want to make sure that I am destroyed while that happens. Because my quest for revenge against Aronaldeus so far has been deemed obsolete, even if it hadn't been. I need to make sure that my actions are cleaned up. It will be out of my hands once I die.
We can save your people. And when you die, you want to be destroyed. Die forever.
Yes. even if it means my soul doesn't exist anymore. 100 years of torment just for the rest to be okay wouldn't sit well with me.
If you are dead, then what does it mean? 100 years later, you can live for longer.
It means
not
100
live.
years later, I'm free from servitude.
Yeah. And then for how long after? No more servitude. How long after?
Eternity.
Be free. Forever. So 100 years.
Yes,
This is
100
not much.
years of me wreaking havoc. Of me being the cause of nightmares. Beyond those of Aronaldeus.
You don't want to be a monster. I understand. We've set watches by now. Zoel and Aspen are staying up. We're first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second.
I'll also take second.
So, Espen just looks at Ozokifli as everybody else winds down. I want to make sure that while I'm alive, however long it will be, likely, if I last after this adventure, I will likely outlive you by a long time. And I need to know, or I need to know that there's people that will do the job and make sure that I'm not someone's tool for long.
Aspen, I have a child coming. Maybe. If I am still alive at the end of this, my friend, put my hand on his shoulder. I will go home. I will teach my child to be strong, warrior, fighter. And I will teach them that if they see you become a monster, they kill you. Or they also will teach their children to kill you if you become a monster. Maybe 3-4 generations, someone just kill you.
Maybe.
It's so sweet but so funny.
Because I am your friend. But I think you must learn to let go. I think this is something for you. One day, maybe you will see you can stop blaming yourself. If we can fix this.
I know that what happened to my family wasn't my fault. Even though that dwelled on my mind for a while, but the choices that I've made going after Ronaldeus have made unchangeable things come into fruition. I may complete my quest, but how will I be able to live peacefully knowing that after it's all said and done, I will be a problem?
I don't know what the nightmare person will ask you to do, but I think you won't be evil problem.
He spoke to me. He spoke to me. He showed me. He showed me what he said I would be doing, what I would be reliving. I dreamed that I had the singing blade and I went to kill the maestro myself, but I was stabbing my sister. That's the part you all didn't see. He's made it clear what his intentions are.
You say you have a dream where you have the sword. You go to kill the maestro, and then it's what happens? Turns out you were killing your sister if you kill the maestro. In this dream, you tell me in your dream is telling you that if you attack the maestro, you will lose your sister.
He was telling me that I'd be reliving events like that under his servitude if I didn't give that black bead to someone so they could wreak havoc and earn their place in his afterlife.
Yeah. Yeah, that is bad. Yeah, how does Cormac say it, huh? Fucked up.
Yes. It's fucked up.
So, you say to the Nightmare Lord, this is what you, is your payment, and this is what is waiting for you. Maybe we can give you a long life first. Maybe find something we can give him.
Maybe.
But Espen, right now, today, we are free. We have a choice. We still a chance. And we have work to do.
Yes, I understand. Preparations will have to be made after we're done, though.
And with that, it is time to wake up Galder and Revelor. Who's taking third watch, by the way? Hudak and
We forget this Mordecai.
Mordecai and Tora.
All right.
3 of us are doing it.
All right. So you two wake up Dakota and Quentin.
Wake up.
Yep.
Ah,
He's very quiet. Okay.
Sleeping. Long day, huh?
that's putting it nicely.
Yes. How do you feel after everything's over?
Not quite sure. Part of me is relieved that it's finally over. Another part of me is saying it's only just the beginning. And another part of me is just empty.
I think that emptiness is you've been chasing this revenge for so long that now that it's been fulfilled, there's a hole. There needs to be a new thing that motivates you and drives you.
I think I'll take up scrapbooking.
Go scrapbooking. Yeah, that's fair enough.
No, but I don't think that void is going to be empty for much longer. as we get closer and closer to this thing drawing near.
Yes, it's what time of year is it at this point?
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, it's nearing the end of the summer, and you'll have the autumn equinox coming up soon.
Okay, oof. Only like 3 months left. Feels like so much time, yet so little. I just hope.
Yeah.
I just hope we're able to succeed.
Here's hoping we didn't just completely ruin everything for ourselves.
I don't think we did. He seemed to be telling the truth the entire time about everything.
But why wait till now?
We didn't really have a choice but to show up now.
I mean, true, but
He did try to do
he's-
it before.
I mean, he has shown up to us multiple times, and yet now is the first time he comes to us, like, in a time of need.
Back in Stone Lagar, he did. And that was just before we all died. He was trying to warn us. I do believe him that his goals in the covens aren't lining up anymore. There's just it's just eating away at me that Atagor is trying to awaken Tumes. What Casimir said just keeps echoing through my head. It's fucking stressful.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, the first time we ever actually truly met the Maestro, he was with another member of the Coven.
So has it been merely an act the entire time?
Possibly, and we've just never had the means to actually have a one-on-one with him without, us trying to kill him.
Yes.
He's
We
just
do rush-
misunderstood.
We do rush headlong into violence very, very easily.
Well, when your first meeting with someone is them immediately trying to kill you, kind of sours future meetings.
That's a fair point. I believe the decision made today was correct. As much as I hate to be a part of yet another deal. I don't know where my soul is going to end up after all this. I don't know if I'm really going to end up in the realm of nightmares. I don't know if I'm going to end up with Tumes. I don't know if I'll even have an afterlife. But I do know that I will live my life protecting the Seekers and making sure this world lives on. So if making a deal with one of our greatest enemies is what allows me to continue pursuing this, then so be it.
My only thing is, why does he want to be reinstated to the court so badly?
Felt he was wronged, which I know. What I really want to know is, what did he see? that got him kicked out in the first place. Something forbidden. Was it some secret about the ruling Archfey? Was it something darker? We'll never know.
There's just so much to take in such little time.
It's like, how long has it been since we left, like, Kargren?
Since you left Kargren, it's just been a few days.
As it's been like 2 days, like 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah.
Oh my.
We just
We're just
bombarded left and right with info.
yeah, it's so much. Felt like multiple weeks ago that we were in Kargren.
Yeah.
But
And here's hope. Here's hoping helping out. That vampire lady doesn't come to stab us in the back either. There's no telling what she can do.
she's a puzzle to me. There's clearly something deeper about everything she's doing. But at the same time, I really do think she's just trying to protect herself and her daughter.
True.
I feel like since we have done her such a great deed that we have her on our side. At least for the time being.
Yeah. So we have. Well, what do we have now? We have Kargren on our side. We've got Craggy Rock on our side. Who else is there?
The entire kingdom of Rivermore.
I guess the real question now is, how much more is it gonna take?
Well, the safer option is just to gather as many as we can. Oh, and we have everyone that we've gathered at our keep as well.
Right.
Our own private armada and almost kingdom.
Yeah, there's no telling how big that thing's gotten since we left.
Granted, it's been like a week tops since we left, but we've sent so many people there.
We have done, yeah, we have.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a couple weeks.
Has it? Okay.
Because Kargren getting through without the train was several days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we haven't been back to the keep since we trained, right?
Since it was before Kargren.
Yeah.
Since you trained
Yeah.
for the train? Okay. Go ahead.
Good night, everybody. Anyway. Here's just hoping
We
there's enough.
trained before we set out for the going to the little keep, so we have gone back since then because we got a dragon horde since then.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You're right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we
ever
went back
since-
after Sealnor.
Ever since we went back and got our money, and then
And then blew it all.
And
Yeah.
with that thought, it's time to wake up the last three for the last watch.
Hey, new guys! Wake up. It's your first watch.
I mean, I'm sure you've taken watches before, but
Your first watch with us.
yes.
Just a couple of ground rules. You see an old lady, tell her to go away.
Tell her to fuck off.
You see something crawling out of a bag of holding. Wake everyone up immediately.
Throw it in the fucking river.
That too. That's pretty much it.
If you see any form of ships or airships or like trains or anything coming by, do not get on board. It will immediately crash.
Oh, yes.
Those sound oddly specific.
Don't worry about it.
They're all real experiences.
Yeah.
And who of you has bags?
Bag of holding, I believe
I have one now.
I was like, yeah, Revelor has one and Zolkifli has one. So just keep an eye on them.
Okay, could you just sleep next to each other so we can look into one direction instead of different? Just makes it easy.
No. Remember, keep an eye out for the old ladies. That's how they get you.
Especially the old ladies.
No cards and ships, no old ladies, and something with bag.
Yes.
Yes.
No begging.
Or little ghost girls.
Or, yeah. Dude, there's a lot more, but those are like the
Yeah,
main.
Jesus
like, four.
Christ. Yeah.
Those are like the main ones. All right, good night, guys.
Yeah, good night.
Mordecai is just going to say to Tora and Pudark, what have we gotten ourselves into? It's been 2 days since we've joined this party.
That is good question.
We didn't have much of a choice.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We got rid of one big enemy.
But was it our enemy to get rid of?
Well, we did say we help Seekers. Seekers have big problem with this guy. Now doesn't have problems anymore. I guess if they would have met on common ground, they would be good friends. That just sounds like way too much bad blood. Something happened.
Yes.
Sounds like
This group seems to have a troubling past.
a very troubling past. One that we might get caught up in.
Well, we already have.
Yeah, what do you mean with might? We're in the middle of it.
I guess you did
Yeah.
get kidnapped, Tora.
And I mean, I was.
And tortured. How are you, by the way?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, did you come out unscathed? It did seem
Well-
kind of, that looked painful.
I can handle it.
How's the horn feeling? Fully recovered?
It's there. Still there.
Any like pain from it now, or
No.
I am way more confused about the traveling schedule we're on. We barely stay a night in one place. Now I have not traveled so far.
I did always want to see the world.
I've never been so busy though. It seems like we don't take any time to really do anything. We're always just off to the next quest.
Well, it
Or
seems
are we?
seems
go
we're
first.
pressed for time. We're always rushing in. I'm not sure. Maybe there isn't enough time.
I think the next beach we see, we could really use a break.
I like that idea.
Let's just throw in a musical episode while we're at it, guys.
Yes, I do like beach episode. That's good idea.
Maybe see a play in the local theater.
Mhm. I could use some inspiration.
Yeah, we could always see. We haven't even spent time to listen to you play music.
Haven't had any time.
I barely even know what your singing voice sounds like.
It's beautiful. Wouldn't want to wake people right now though. So let's leave.
So, did any of you get what's up with at the Gora and whatever the old person is?
I'm still very confused. But Adagora, I believe, was the one who killed my god. So it is her head I must take.
And she destroyed my home.
I must say, there's very much revenge in this group. I'm not taking myself out. I'm on the same side.
What is your revenge?
Well, for my hometown. Okay, I got wronged by some nobles. They messed up my life. It was good life. Like I trained a lot. I had good mentor. I went to war. Good things. and then I got made scapegoat and got kicked out and exiled. So my revenge is just little one. I wanted to become noble somewhere else, to become like get title, because if noble I can be on same common ground and mess with the house that messed with me. Well, first mission king makes us what, barons, dukes? I've already forgot the proper. Make us nobles.
And
So-
that was just 2 days ago, and we've already
Yes.
forgotten.
No, so technically I could go home and take my revenge, but I did say we're sticking with Seekers. They have bigger plan. Like, I need proper world to function to leave home. You get point? I think Duke was the proper name.
Hello?
No, we said we're not keeping old women.
Don't
Go
don't,
home.
don't look at her.
Is anyone there?
Just stay quiet. Mirka whispered everyone to like get down.
There's a slight creaking of a wheel sound as like a small little cart is being like picked up and carried behind. What you see is like a short and stout dwarvish older woman. I thought I saw smoke from a fire. Make stealth checks with disadvantage, all three of you.
That's an 8.
That is an 8.
Do I make a double disadvantage?
No, just one disadvantage is fine.
Oh yeah, because I took off the armor for sleeping. Yeah.
Really don't want to go to bed in full plate?
No. That's what I meant. I don't go. That I did that once or twice.
Nine,
It really
okay.
it just killed
Tara, what'd you
Nick.
get for yourself?
I got a 12.
12. So as this lady approaches the camp, both Mordecai and Hudak like duck behind rocks, but their asses are just sticking out from behind the rocks. Oh, good. I thought I was out here all alone. I got turned on the wrong path down the road near my village.
Then just keep going back the way you came. You'll eventually find where you're supposed
She'll
to go.
sit
Just
down her cart without saying a word and walk over and sit next to the fire and start like she'll take off both of her like her boots and start like warming up with these. Well, it seems to be strong smelling feet next to the fire.
don't you have somewhere to be? You should really get going.
Oh, cataracts! I can't quite see in the dark.
Can I cast the spell magic on her at 4th level?
Yeah. just roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
She becomes a giant spider.
13.
13. She looks a little bit older now. She just was concealing her age just a little bit. Oh, I paid good money for that charm, and now it's just gone.
I am
Can-
so sorry. Holy
Can I cast detect magic to see if she has any other magic working on her?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Let me divine sense her.
She's not feeding her undead or celestial or anything like that.
Right.
There's no magical auras on her now.
You're saying she's got the mystic aura charm on her to hide her true nature from divination magic.
Oh, I didn't know that this was such a... You all seem like nice young men.
We're not. Trust me. Keep walking.
No. Come on. Be nice. Look at it. It's old. It's timey.
We
You know
were
what?
warned specifically about
Yes,
old
we
women.
were warned. We checked her now. Double, triple. Come on. I
Yeah,
think
not
we got
accepting
some
big
like.
goods.
I'll just get up, get a small bowl with the rest of stew we had. Like here. You know what? For messing with you, and
She'll pat you on the cheek and hand you a small yellowish candy. What a nice young man.
and I'll
Dungeons and
take,
Dragons causing
I'll-
paranoia since 1974.
I'll take one of the water buckets we have for putting out the fire, and I was like, you know what? This is the right thing to do. We do kind of take care of our elderly. And I'll just wash her feet and give her a foot massage.
Oh,
That's gross.
If she agrees to it, like I'm
awesome.
not gonna like.
No, it's so nice
No.
of you put that.
So where did you come from that you get lost in middle of night?
I come from a small farming village just a little north of here. And I tried to go to town to trade in what crop we had in this terrible season. And I got lost along the way.
Kind of town is close by that you were walking at this time?
It's a small village. I was hoping to get back before sunfall, but I got turned around, I guess, and I just kept walking, hoping. I just misjudged the distance.
I'm trying to convey if she's really from around here or messing with
Yeah,
us.
you can roll an insight check.
Sorry, say that again.
You can roll an insight check.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have good feelings. Like, tell me about your hometown. What was the name of the trading? What did you trade? Why did kind of rot crop did not work out? What did you sell? Like conversation about. So don't you have some kind of like no kids? You're just old granny with cats.
I was on my way to sell crops that we grew.
Okay, you talked in about yourself in third person, or
I believe that would technically be second, but first rather. First person, but it just we have a few people who don't quite want to live in Craggy Rock and opted for a simpler lifestyle. We have people from all likes that live there. We have a large population of tieflings. We have a few dragonborns. It's a lively town. It's simple life, but we make do.
It's a living.
And what were you doing walking around at what's now like 4 a.m?
I mean,
well, she did say she get lost.
I got lost in hope. If I just kept walking, I'd either get to my home or come across some kind souls.
Whatever, I'm sold on the idea.
Do you have any objects or anything from where you're going? Maybe I can help you get there faster.
She'll kind of like walk back over to her cart. And she'll pull out a jar of what seems to be some sort of pickled vegetable with little red specks floating around in it. You see that our spicy pickled cucumbers are quite popular in Craggy Rock. We sell them at all the taverns. Perhaps you might have tried some if you were in the area.
I haven't, but this should work. Can I cast 7th level teleport to send her home?
With that, the woman and her jar of pickles disappears and her cart gets left behind.
No, with her cart, her whole area.
No, we've got that cart now.
Yeah, it's ours.
And she makes it home because it's an associated object.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hopefully.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me. Roll a d100.
There it is.
She's dead.
I think the feet, the shoes are still there.
That's a 100.
Okay.
100 beholders spawn.
And with that, it is time to wake up the rest of your party.
Wait. One last thing. Should we tell them? Well, we do have new shoes here. We should.
We do have her cart as well. We should go through it.
Wait, they did not disappear.
The card
You sent her
disappeared.
home
The card
without
disappeared.
paying. Okay, card
Oh, it
disappeared.
went with
but,
her? Okay.
Now,
but the shoes are still there.
everybody else, when you awaken, the camp is a wreck.
Ooh.
There are things turned over. There is a clear struggle. But nothing was heard in the middle of the night.
What happened?
We'll look
This one
around
will
for.
look around.
We'll look around for specifically the 3 that we're supposed to be watching.
Yeah, head count.
Yeah. Are they there?
Are we there?
Are we?
You're there. You're
Okay.
there.
Okay. Make sure they didn't like just like that wasn't all like a dream and they like disappeared or something.
What happened?
That's a mess.
There was an old lady that came wandering through,
I warned you.
Every time,
and Pudark decided to wash her feet for her.
Okay.
huh?
Alright, so like, wait, was this like confirmed like actual old lady or was it like old lady
Yeah,
monster?
yeah. She was using
Oh.
a charm to look younger, so she was like extra old lady, I guess.
Last time we let an old lady in the camp, it broke Revelor's back.
It, I almost died.
Wait. Are we speaking hostile back, or was it more you did not take like good with Gilf type of? I don't know.
No, she got large and squeezed Revelor until his bones broke.
Oh,
Okay,
even I
She
didn't know that.
squeezed him really hard.
Yeah.
What are you
would
doing
recommend it.
with your hands?
Nothing.
Is that what happened with you? Is that
Alright, so
what you
yeah,
did?
okay, so just a regular old lady. Why is the camp such a mess?
Ask Mordecai. He
I just sent her back home. I didn't do anything bad.
got the biggest spell known to man. God,
How did you send her back home?
I just teleported her.
You cast teleport?
Yeah, she said she wanted to go home, so I sent her home.
Alright. Wow.
Aspen's gonna investigate the camp to see if there's anything like
Yeah, why is the
It's
camp a
like-
mess?
besides just our stuff being a mess. Like if there's anything that was left behind, maybe.
Roll for investigation.
All right,
Like,
that's a
did-
17.
17.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's how I described it. There's signs of, some sort of struggle here. It's almost as if the fight with the maestro happened in some ways. Like there were multiple like battle spots. And looking at Tora, Mordecai, and Budak, they have scratches and wounds on their bodies. Peculiar. But they saw an old lady. An old lady came up. She got her feet massaged and washed.
But there's nothing left behind besides signs of a struggle.
No,
So are these like
Are you-
fresh scratches and wounds on them?
appear to be.
Okay, are you sure it was just an old lady?
Tora dispelled all magic on her.
Pudak didn't sense any evil.
She was no fiend.
Did she have a necklace?
I did get a good look at her.
Mm.
So, did she have a necklace?
I mean, not that you saw. You weren't really focused on her upper half.
I'm gonna cast Detect
Like this one.
Magic.
I'll just like hold up the amulet of not getting detected by nothing.
Just gonna look at these three with Detect Magic.
Okay.
Is there anything amiss in that aspect?
All
No.
three of them school of illusion. Yeah, they're good.
Aspen is going to sit down for a moment, and actually, for specifically, 10 minutes.
You can all mark your character sheets for a long rest, by the way.
Yeah, he's gonna take 10 minutes and try to connect with the forest around them,
Sure.
just to see if he can get a better outlook on maybe stuff that's nearby.
Okay. So, as Aspen sits down and takes the 10 minutes to connect with the surrounding wildlife, that's where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Okay.
Okay.
So, everybody, we'll be back here momentarily. If you're just now joining us, Noah has some information for you.
It's called Lich Souls. That's the name of our Discord. But you've been watching Prestige Encounters, our ongoing D&D campaign. We keep all of it archived on YouTube and wherever it is you get your podcasts, so you can find us, all of our sessions so far, since session 1. Both of the campaigns that we've done so far. Would you believe it? We did a campaign all the way to level 20, and we might even do that again this time around. And if you happen to be catching us on any of those platforms, well, thank you. We appreciate your service. And you could have caught us live on Twitch, but you didn't. So, sucks to be you.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance, though.
That's true. So there's still a chance. Just come find us. Twitch.tv/LitSouls. Or come join our Discord where we play D&D and talk nerd stuff.
Yes, that is
That's what I
certainly
got.
an option.
Yeah.
So, everybody, we'll be back here momentarily. Stick around. See you soon. And welcome back.
everyone. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Aspen, as you sit down and you attune to the nature around you, this mycelium all like starts to expand out from your cloak and into the roots of the tree, where there's a mycelium network that is hidden from the naked eye. And what you see is quite interesting. Across the river, you should be able to see like 300 feet in all directions, according to the cloak.
I think around that, yeah.
Across the river, there's nothing. Once you get to the water, it becomes darkness. However, around you see there are traces of wildlife. You see a couple creatures in the dire wood that are quite large and have like kind of these like stone formations growing out of them, that sort of thing. There's also a road that leads to a place that's beyond your vision, where you see a few travelers that are currently making their way either to the city or to the village. That might be beyond that. But outside of that, there's nothing unusual.
So you said across the river I can't see, period?
Correct. Which would indicate that there's no plant life there.
You remember she said she took us as far as she could go.
Yeah. All right. So nothing seems particularly out of the ordinary.
Correct.
Okay. Espen will stand up, and everybody will see like some strands of like mycelium like snap as he does. And retreat back into his cloak. Says, there's nothing unusual except for the fact that there's nothing across the river. No life, at least. No plant life.
I did send her home, so
There's still something horribly wrong here. But we've looked as much as we
Well,
can.
camp is a little bit messed up. We clean up, we do morning routine, and we get going.
I agree with Pudark. We should get going.
I stretch. Help strike the camp. In the sunshine, my tattoos are darker than ever. They've returned to their full richness of color. Full power, all charges restored. Ready. We don't have any mounts or anything like that. Horses have been sent out, so we're on foot. Now we have to find our way to Amandaresk, correct?
That is not true. My horse is with me.
Okay. Can we see the mountains to the northwest, DM?
They are very distant, but yes.
Okay. Well, let's start. And are we on one side of the Amman River?
Yeah, you're on the southeastern side of the Amman River. And I will
Okay.
say, across the river in the distance, as you know, the daylight has come in, the sun is beginning to rise. What you see is just a mist-covered land. Like there's just this haze that seems to have settled over this that the sun does not seem to penetrate through. And the mountains that you see are just the tallest points. That you get the feeling that these mountains are quite old. I'm sorry, quite young for mountains. I think those words, 69 of them. And you see just the peaks far off in the distance.
Is there a path that leads in that direction towards the river crossing and northwest?
I'm gonna make a survival check for me.
Sure.
I'll help and give you guidance.
Oh. Okay, rolling. That is does a 28 hit?
28 does not hit. However, you do indicate that there is a part of the river where there's been kind of like some sort of sediment deposit, kind of creating almost like a sandbank that you should be able to cross after you walk up about 20 minutes or so.
Gorgeous. Okay, I'll lead the way. And we commence hiking.
He'll lead the way. He'll lead the way.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody, please?
Uh-oh.
Remember, everybody in my vicinity, +5.
Yeah,
Is
we're
this
all,
against
we're all
a
sticking
spell?
near put up.
That is
Feels
not a
good
spell.
near this guy.
Constitution.
Not my best roll.
28.
That's a 12. So what, +5?
Yeah.
Oh,
did,
20. Then that's a 30 for me.
What did Casimir get?
With
17,
the
I
plus,
think.
it'll be 17.
17. So
Yeah, same thing.
I will say that Pudak, Torah, and Mordecai, nothing. However, everybody else, as you, the water kind of like starts to splash up against you, you feel this like almost like a burning pain. Nothing that really affects you, but it's uncomfortable. It's slightly more than uncomfortable, almost like medication when the needle sticks in you. It doesn't hurt until they actually push in all the medication. That kind of burning pain. But nothing quite happens, and soon enough you reach the other side of the riverbank.
I
I'll
would
never
have said
trust
if
again.
I wasn't muted and my brain was working, Casimir would not want to walk through water because he can fly. But it's okay.
Revlor is a little concerned about that, so he'll turn to Zool and say, Zool, what do you got on the maestro right now?
I'll look within, and I'll pay attention to where the brand is. At all times, I know the direction in which he is.
He's not on the
Oh,
plane.
by the way, did he teleport? Oh, Did he teleport? I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw from the maestro, DC 16.
That's a natural one.
Okay, he's gonna take 20 points of psychic damage and
Ooh.
and then failed to teleport away. But that'll I'm sure that happens at some point in the night, and it really sucks for him, and then eventually he leaves the plane. Detect magic also removes the brand. Oh no, not detect magic, dispel magic, I think.
Okay.
Is it? Remove curse, one of those. Anyway. He's gone. Not here. Somewhere else.
Is there the same glistening in this water that we saw, like, in the Direwood?
No.
No? Okay.
There's a sound of, as you guys enter, the plant life here is dead. And from there's like barren trees that you weren't able to quite see due to the mist. But in your experience, things that are dead are also rotting. There is no decomposition here. They are just simply devoid of life. There's a sound of crows in the air. And it just gives you this almost necropolis-like feeling.
Well,
Okay. Okay. So we get the idea that there's undead about. Is that kind of the idea? That there's a lot of death.
In a way.
I suppose we'll slow to a cautious pace and keep a lookout for any shambling or moving or weird noises.
Okay. Can I get a marching order?
I'll go up front.
All right.
I'll take the
second.
rear.
So
That's
Kifley's
when
up
we'll-
front.
Aspen will be directly behind Zul carefully.
Catherine will be in the middle.
I'll be direct behind Aspen.
Mordecai will be towards the back of the party.
middle.
I'll be behind Pudak.
With the horse, I can go up front and back. So
All right. Can I get a perception check from Zolkifli and Revelor, please?
Yep.
Can do. Here it comes. 26.
26. Okay.
Like, is it just two straight rolls, or are we like helping each other?
For you, it is with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It would have been a straight roll for
me.
Zolkifli.
If it was a straight roll, it's 26. I rolled an
26.
18. Yeah.
So you got an 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is it? Do I add the?
The reason why
Plus
for
5
you
as well.
you have a disadvantage is because of the mist or the thick haze. But Zolkifli has advantage based off of sight and hearing and smelling, so it's a straight
Okay.
roll for him.
Do I also add the +5 because of
It's not a
Pudak?
saving
Or
throw. It's a skill check.
never mind then. All right.
Okay.
Just checking. All right. Yeah. So yeah, 11. Would have been a nat 20.
So you continue forward. The ground seems to be just very firm. It's cracked, like if it was it has not watered here in years. But then why would there be a fog? Fog would be indicate of moisture, a low dew point, that sort of thing. Quite interesting. At the
Does it
moment-
seem
Go ahead.
does it seem like more of a magical fog, or
Make an Arcana check.
okay? A 17.
17. It's not a natural phenomenon that's happening here.
Okay.
This also doesn't give you this feeling of it being a particular spell. But something unnatural.
Okay.
Is at work.
Someone brought out the fog machine.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw from everybody, please, with +5?
Shit.
Okay. Is it a check against a charm or frightened effect by any chance?
It is not.
Okay. 19 for me.
So that's a
19?
16.
16.
Double nat 20s.
Nice.
Double
So that's a 28.
I turned a 3 into a 19.
Okay. So everybody passes. As you continue to move further, walking for several hours at a cautious pace within this land, you feel something beginning to like poke at the back of your mind. It feels like anxiety at first. There's this feeling of unease. A few of you might see something move in the corner of your eye, but you look and there's nothing there. At the moment, you all are fine. The sound of crows continues to echo around you. You feel that there might be some sort of birds of prey flying up in the air, scavenging for their next meal, or waiting for it to present itself momentarily. But the feeling of unease and anxiety continues to set in to your minds, poking away at the cerebellum of your brain.
I'm particularly adding up to checking area because last time we missed flying creatures.
They were invisible. But that is
Still.
a good point.
Now I mentioned it.
You do have about like a week and a half journey ahead of you, as you're trying to get to the deeper part of the valley within the Paul Mountains, is what was described to you. As you continue forward, eventually in the distance, O'Giffley, you see the outline of what appears to be a village or town of sorts.
It's down there. The road leads towards it. I mean, by now, I presumably we're on a road. Is that right?
Yeah, you've kind of found like a cobblestone path.
We'll look for signs if I can. Just generally, if there are any road signs, especially any crossroads.
That is good. Then we can restock.
It's the name of a town.
There is not.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
we're in a dead land. Why would there be a living town here?
So, do I smell manure? Do I smell human habitation? Do I see movement? Do I hear any, creaking, murmuring of voices, that kind of thing?
As you continue to move forward,
Yeah.
the fog begins to clear, and you notice that there is you've been walking for several hours at this point, the better part of the day. The fog begins to clear, and there is you start to notice greenery and sounds of habitation. And as you continue to move forward, it becomes much more clear that there is a town here where people are going about their lives. You hear sounds of people as soon as you step in, trade. There are people calling out things, but all staying within the boundary of the walls.
Would like to cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any spells? So, like, you say, like, is it just like a cold, like, open directly into the town, like, as we cross through the fog?
No, so as you've got closer to the town, the fog became more clear, and there became to be plant life. It was it wasn't like a sudden change.
Okay.
It was gradual to match as the fog cleared, so did the greenery appear.
Okay.
Like a near synchronous rate.
All right.
It would technically be a negative correlation between the two.
Yeah. So is there like, so there's not like a clear boundary, really?
Correct.
Okay.
I believe it was like render distance.
Okay.
Almost.
Is there any like just magic like around the walls or on the greenery?
The magic that you see are enchantments of these torches that you see along the wall.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing.
Is there a specific school of magic, or is it enchantment?
It is enchantment.
Okay.
As you kind of enter into the town, the people that see you like kind of stop and they freeze and like stare at you. You begin to hear whispers. Like you start beginning to hear things like, "Who are they? We don't get outsiders here." Further unease, and as you kind of like walk in, you notice that there is a little kind of community cemetery off to the side, and a man steps up. "We don't get many outsiders here. In fact, we haven't had any outsiders in quite some time."
Well, I could imagine not. That mist is unbearable.
Nobody comes in from the fog, and we don't go into the fog for fear what might take us. Up to this point, you all have been told that Amin-Duresk as a nation was no longer habitated.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a ruined civilization. So why don't you all just go ahead and turn on around and leave our town? We don't want to cause any trouble. As he kind of like takes a harvesting scythe.
We don't want any trouble.
I'll just step up with full plate and shiny and the biggest smile on my face, like, "Good sir, we are just travelers. We would like to restock a little bit and then we would be on our way. You could use your scythe, but to be fair, you will probably just hurt yourself."
The crowd begins to kind of like inch away from all of you, creating almost like a semicircle.
And I'm trying to be very nice, reassuring. This is not me trying to be intimidating, more like, "We are here, we are travelers. I know Misty sucks, but let us get some restock, we will pay, and then we will be on our way. No big deal."
Roll for persuasion for me.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Get it, Pudak?
Now to one. Watch.
No. Get it. Whoa.
Close.
Plus 15 though.
Close. My God, a 3.
18. At this point, a woman steps forward from the crowd. "Well, we are having our celebration. Perhaps they could stay at least for that. Take part in the festivities, and then they'll be on their way in the morning."
Sounds like a brilliant idea.
All right.
Celebration of what?
Placebo. You are a good woman. Yeah, we would happily oblige by these rules.
Y'all can sleep in the shed.
I've slept in worse.
He'll motion towards like what essentially looks like a shack over here next to the cemetery. It opens
Has
up.
this been a... Sorry. Has this been a day's travel so far, DM? Just so I know.
Not a full day yet.
Okay, got it.
It's about mid late afternoon at this point. Not quite evening.
Just a small reminder, traveling with me, everybody gets like 5 to 10 foot more movement speed, so
Neat.
we're pretty fast.
We're a little bit faster.
So essentially the shed opens up. The door is like slightly the hinges loose, kind of making it like lean. It doesn't shut all the way. Or when it does, it just kind of creaks back open. The floorboards are warped and kind of, we've all seen like a dilapidated shed where like the floorboards are like curved in, they're curved out, there's gaps in it. Not very cozy, but it is a shelter.
I'll look at the guy and go like, this is very amendable. I do like your shack. Thank you.
He'll just turn around and go back to what he was doing. I'm real
And
sorry
then-
about him. Like you said, we don't get many outsiders, and the lights are what keeps us safe.
You have nobody trading here? You only grow your own food?
We do. In fact, that's what we're celebrating tonight, is the harvest.
Do you have water?
I'm sorry, pardon my manners. It's been a while since we've had company. Of course, she'll go over to a well, grab a bucket and throw it down. The rope unwinds for what seems to be just a few more seconds than you're comfortable with, and eventually splashes something at the bottom, and she begins to crank it back up. Brings it over. I'm sorry, I don't have any cups for you.
Oh no, it's okay. We have our own.
Well,
What?
I'll leave
pray
you to
tell,
it.
What do the torches protect you from?
The fog. And I am curious, how did y'all make it through?
We walked.
Yeah, we just walked through.
It was strange, bit bad feelings, but we were okay. What happens if you go into the fog?
We just know you don't come out.
No one?
No?
How long has it been like this?
We can't really tell the time.
Oh, so there's no visible sky.
It's quite hazy. The lights just seem to
Okay.
ward off the fog.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, I'll let you freshen up. And you can meet in the town square in just a couple hours, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Or just whenever you feel right.
Right, secret meeting in the shack.
Yeah, okay. I'll go in the shack.
Alright, this is weird, guys.
So this is very suspicious. Like, this should not be here.
Enchantment magic on the torches?
Enchantment?
Mm,
Yes.
so maybe a curse with the fog?
Well, I mean, enchantment does make one a little suspicious. Enchantment wouldn't be able to push back something like that. I mean, it's changing perception alteration. I mean, it would need to be a different kind of school of magic to achieve what they talk about.
Mm,
But if there's one village, maybe there's more.
Well, or what if what they're harvesting is us?
Well,
Just in case there's any, just in case it's a normal festival and there's any food at it, we shouldn't eat this food. Instead, I'll make us some food right now. I'm gonna cast Hero's Feast.
Whoa!
It's an expensive thing to do before a big fight.
Hey, advantage on wisdom saves, kind of worth. So let me put the actual spell description. There we go. So it takes 10 minutes.
You have a gem encrusted bowl to
Yes.
to
I'm sure.
sacrifice?
I'm sure I do. Oh yeah, we have a 1000 GP chalice.
I will say that does get consumed. I'll allow this one time. So you lose your 1,000 gold coin chalice as it dissolves as the spell's cast.
Okay.
All right. So everyone eat up.
Takes an hour to consume. We're eating up.
Yeah.
As we eat, Zol's taking a look around the shack. This is presumably where they keep people whenever, on the odd occasion that visitors do come by.
Mm-hmm.
And he, does he see any marks around the walls or anything that looks distinctive? Any pictures, nicks in the wood?
Make an
Cuts
investigation
and
check.
scrapes. Sure. 11.
11. As you're looking around, it's how I described. There's a little bit of like grass kind of growing through the cracks of the floorboards. There's a little bit of mold in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
a mildewy smell, but nothing stands out to you.
Well, in that case, what he's going to do is he's going to put his hand on the door. And he's going to use Grim Psychometry on the door.
On the door.
Yeah.
All right,
When he's
roll
Grim
a history
Psychometry,
check,
too.
friend.
See if I can get a peer into a darker past if there is one. That's a 14, sir.
14.
Your call.
Nothing comes to your mind.
Okay.
So
By the way,
This
every
was
HP
more-
maximum is temporarily increased by 10.
Yep, for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Cured
Which
of
is
all
different.
poison disease.
Which is
Yep.
different from temp HP.
It's
so you
not
still
temp
have,
HP.
Yeah,
It's
so you
max
still have the
HP.
19 temp HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hero's Feast is a very good spell. I love it.
We start today with
Also-
19 temp HP? You did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yup.
Nice. Lovely. Wow.
And then Casimir got hit. Or did we do that after the long rest?
It was after the long rest, or at the end of it, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So this is war-torn country. There shouldn't be any people living here, but there still are people living here.
Yeah, no, we were told this was barren. No
It-
civilization of any kind.
It should be
Oh.
empty.
People live where people live.
Now, this whole thing is weird.
Oh, I do agree. It's not on the normal side. But I think the only thing that keeps people back is kind of burned and salted ground. This is just, how do I say, hardly inhabitable.
But how has one person not made it out in this whole time?
Maybe we should look out for old Granny. Maybe she here.
What's this about old Granny?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No, sorry, I was having a bad morning.
Mm.
Did you not listen to the one rule, which is don't let any old ladies into the camp?
Oh no, you gave us several rules and we checked her out pretty good. She was old, but that's all.
Yeah, and then the camp got destroyed, so...
And I sent her home,
Okay.
I think. Probably.
I love
Okay.
you keep bringing
I mean,
I think that's what's
Did
important.
she,
Okay.
did she actually ever tell you where she was from?
A village to the north.
Around here, somewhere.
yeah.
So you could have just sent her any old village that was north of our
You are at,
location.
like,
No.
the southernmost point of the continent, so north is a good general direction to have.
Yeah. You might not have even sent her home.
No, she gave me an object from her home, so I traced that back magically.
Oh,
to
yeah, what was it?
a jar of pickles.
Oh, did you get...
With red
You got me
flake.
there. All right.
Did you
That
have
tracks.
her pay you for the service at least?
No, I kind of just wanted her gone. She was.
Mm.
I was trying to sleep, and
You were trying to sleep on what?
You were trying to sleep on watch.
Okay, enough arguing. Eat the food.
That's what we are eating.
Eat the food.
About an hour later or so, there's a knock at the door. Are y'all ready? We've already begun.
Oh, sorry, who's there?
It's me, the one who got you to stay in the village.
Oh, sorry, this is an old...
And
joke we used to
you
tell.
are.
My name's Coraline.
Hmm.
Coraline.
Okay, Coraline.
Does she have button eyes?
Shit,
That's what the
Alright.
ceremony is.
Pat ourselves down. We'll just like wipe the gravy from our mouths because we just enjoyed this incredibly delicious meal.
Seeing this
Yeah.
delicious meal, she's gonna lick her lips a little bit.
Is there any left over, or did we consume it all?
I know it made exactly enough for all of us to eat.
Ah, shit.
It's
So,
just like
um,
the carcass of a whole boar.
I
Well,
think what Coraline's takeaway is that we've been sufficiently fattened up.
well, if
Let's continue to the feast.
that's
Yes.
just what's about to happen.
Can I not give
Lord's
you
gonna-
any NPCs that you trust?
No, not anymore.
Apparently not.
These people aren't supposed to exist. Like,
What, you think this is our first go around with you?
That's not the twist.
This is Dungeons and Dragons. Trust is
No.
not a healthy.
Even the
Causing
little puppy dog she
paranoia.
has?
Since 1974, Michael.
Do we see like threads where she's tied together? Like,
Just to point out, even the old lady was messed up afterwards.
Yeah,
Where
can we
tried
actually-
to trust her.
Can we actually see her legs, or is it just like something coming out of the ground?
yeah.
she
where-
cardboard cut out.
where's the like giant creature that's like controlling all these puppet people?
Where's
She
the
just-
false Hydra?
She just falls over as a cardboard cutout.
The entire city's a mimic.
Oh God!
I'll follow Caroline.
If this
Coraline.
this is how we go out, he's gonna
the
reach in
ice
his
cream
bag.
shop lady in the SpongeBob movie.
Make mine a chocolate.
I'll let you pet Mr. Whiskers. Anyway, yeah, I got y'all some masks as well. She'll
Oh.
hand you all like raven masks.
Oh, okay.
I'm not putting that on.
It's one of those parties.
Oh,
All right.
it's- I mean, we're honoring the harvest in our ancestors, but if you want to disrespect our traditions, I guess that's fine.
I mean,
It's
Mordecai. Come on.
Mordecai's gonna cast detect magic.
I was
Thank you.
I was gonna do it because I can do it for free from the staff.
I can do it for free as well.
Oh, okay.
Do I notice anything
Almost.
with her or the mask or around me?
For
I
the
mean, you
next
still
10
have
minutes.
the magical lights around the village.
But that's
Other
it.
than
The
that,
mask don't give
that's
me
about it.
anything.
No.
Okay.
Reveler's gonna grab a bottle from his bag and be like, "Well, this is how it ends." Takes a swig and puts it back in his bag.
See, Revelo, this is why you missed half of your shots.
I have never missed a shot in my entire life.
What about the shot?
Free
that
sh-
you were- what
Free
about
shots
that
are free
shot-
shots.
What about that shot in the duel? I mean, you like.
Oh, you mean pistol shots? I thought completely. Anyway, let's just go.
Catherine puts a mask on.
Doesn't quite fit on my
Look at
face.
him.
Same, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll put the
Mordecai's-
mask on, but just like halfway because I need to stand out. This is, come on, pure black, simple. No. This is, come on. I cannot wear this kind of type. This is not my style.
Listen,
So
when in
disrespectful.
Rome, do as the Romans do. I didn't know
I'm
what this
doing
Romans,
my
but it's an
best.
expression I heard.
Reveler goes over to Pudok and says, "Hey, Pudok." He like grabs like the beak of the mask and like puts it on fully for him. It's like, wear the fucking mask.
Yeah, it's honestly.
The
Well,
mask
that's the
is-
spirit. I'm really happy for you. Anyway, you can just follow me and I'll take you on to this town center.
Is Coraline wearing a mask?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I gotta
that makes me feel better.
I mean, we just walked in the mist. We walked into a suspicious village. There's some like random like
There-
wooden
There's
stakes with hooks on
nothing to
them.
be worried about.
There's everything to be worried about.
You know,
There's a bunch-
I
there's
feel
a
like
bunch-
this is going to be an awesome festival. We should all go.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be in these cool black robes with these like weird silver masks. They'll all be wielding
See,
like curved daggers
now
and
you
stuff.
got-
And I'm here for it. I'm really
Dungeon-
here.
Now
for
you
it.
got me worried.
What's up with those
Yeah.
generators that are just randomly placed across the?
Now you got me worried because there's a mist surrounding us and we don't know what's in there, and I'm the only one with the gun, and this is not going to be end well.
Your final girl, man. Live with it. All right.
I mean,
let's move
you're
on.
going to help everybody die, and then the army's going to show up at the last minute. So,
Yeah. Thank you.
Right after
Thank
everybody's
you.
died. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so you all
Anyway,
show up to the town center, and there's all sorts of things. There's kids running around playing catch and throw, and all these sort of things. There are like people like the wooden wheels, the sticks that you like hit to make them go. Kids play with that. There are streamers. People kind of like there's this pole with streamers coming down from it that people kind of doing a dance around, that sort of thing. There's all kinds of like dried corn husks and things decorating. There's tables of cider. There are your classic like fall festival, right? Where things are coming to the close. They're all wearing these bird-like masks. And it's quite lively, as there is a band also like kind of playing on instruments made from whatever they could have found around the village. So your standard like almost Appalachian kind of feel, but a little bit different at the same time. Not exactly bluegrass, but close enough.
So are the people happy, or is this a fake happiness?
You can make an insight check if you don't trust me. It's fine.
I mean, there's a bunch of popular streamers hanging from poles, so I'm sure they're happy about that.
There's a couple like poles with like hooks hanging off of them, like big meat hooks, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a really good vibe.
Yeah.
What's your insight check?
Some barbed wire around
I mean, it's
them.
really hard to read these people's expressions as they are wearing masks, and the face, and as particularly the eyebrows and the eyes are a very big tell of like people's emotions. But they're wearing masks, so you can't quite tell.
Well, I'll just join in.
There you go.
So what are y'all looking to do during this festival and like the festivities that are happening all around you? There's games to play. There's food and drink. There are people dancing and socializing around. You can
dance.
You gonna dance?
Gonna dance.
Mordecai starts dancing.
I'm gonna play stick group with the kids.
I'll take out my lute. I'd start strumming on my lute. Make some music.
Yeah, I'll start playing along with Zulkifli with my.
After the Fae, I'm a little not really in the mood to dance. I think I've danced my entire life away.
Yeah, I heard your story about that. I'm not too keen to dance, but I'll play around with the kids. They seem nice enough.
Jasmine, you can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Because their friends don't
Just
dance, and if they
might.
don't dance, well,
They're no friends of mine.
And that's all we can do.
Just for like, as you all get involved in these different activities, just for a general vibe check, can I get an intelligence saving throw? We'll say.
Knew it.
oh boy.
Do we get
Okay.
+5?
How very interesting.
All right.
Guess who?
9.
Oh,
My
God
my
damn it.
+5 only
Double
has a range.
The
so-
+5 won't apply here because you're all kind of scattered out.
Is this
Well,
against a spell?
It's not against the spell. I'm just seeing if you guys can like remember to check in on each other, kind of see if you get wrapped up in the celebrations of things.
Oh, this is a Lotus type situation.
yeah.
Shut up!
Casimir got a 9
Spoilers, dude.
with a good saving throw too.
Got a 20.
20.
I rolled so low. I'm so sad.
So
I
we
got a 9 too.
13
I'm really
from
good modifier.
Aspen, we got a 9 from Zulkifli, a 9 from
I got an-
Casimir, an 11
got
from
an 8.
Everlore, an 8 from
Yep.
Torah, a 22 from Budak, and a 20 from Calder. Not bad overall. And, you guys are having a really great time. It's just all sorts of things are going on. You haven't had this kind of break in a long time since all these fights and things have been happening over the last several days. Some of you just joined, and it's nice to finally be within a festivity and be able to relax for once.
So we do not check in. Good.
Just for a clarification, what are the masks portraying again?
Ravens.
Ravens. Okay.
At this point, Torah, a very attractive person will come up and like offer their hand for you to dance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll
And
dance
they're
with
gonna dance
them.
with them as they kind of take you away from Zulkifli. Zulkifli's really
Okay.
getting into it with his lute,
Wait a minute. How do we know they're attractive if we're all wearing masks?
the
You can
body.
see that. Listen, man.
Fair enough.
Whoever this person is, they got that body.
They
Yeah.
got that body. Their hips do not lie.
It's a nice mask, okay?
Their hips might lie.
just a little fib.
These hips do fib.
As Tora's off dancing, Casimir, what are you doing exactly?
He's gonna play some games.
Play some games, okay. As you're playing, you're let's say you're throwing hatchets, right, at like a target, kind of like a wooden target.
Yeah.
It's a really great time.
Yeah.
You know, they're all cheering as you're just hitting bullseye after bullseye after bullseye. You're quite skilled with this dexterity-based weapons, we'll say.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're starting to wipe sweat off your brow. They'll offer you a drink or two as you go on about it. It's you're just getting a, and then you know you get a little tiny like straw doll as like your prize.
Oh,
Anything
does
you'd
it
like
look
to do?
like anyone I know?
Make a what would be a good check for this? We'll just do a general wisdom check. How about that?
Wisdom. That's one of my not good rolls. Let's see how it goes. Natural.
A natural one. You know, it's a straw doll. They're not the most artistic people here. You can't. There's not. You get the idea that's not resembling anybody, at all.
Okay. I'm gonna like poke it with the tip of one of the axes. Just curious. Nothing happened.
Not that you know of.
Whoever got my voodoo dog, give the tip a little stroke for me.
We'll go to Pudak at the moment. But Pudak, what are you doing during the celebration? How would Pudak get down?
I would actually join the dance.
Join the dance. All right. So
Well, that's the most flashy thing you can do. So that's where I am in the middle of it.
Okay.
I did not wait for anybody to walk up to me. I looked for someone who went like, she looks like she could dance, and I just went like full. Yeah, like, would you like to dance with me? Went the full 7 miles to do stuff, and then like I'm whatever spinning.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Which I'm not good at.
Frickin' paladins dancing in full plate.
Clank, clank,
Clank, clank, clank, clank.
What'd you get for your performance?
7.
So you're almost trying to be like a Karimba with your plate armor, right? But it's just very off the beat from what Zulkifli is currently leading the band with. And overall, like as you continue, like you know, the crowd begins to form around you. Everybody else is kind of pulled to the middle, and the guy who greeted you at the village kind of comes up. You recognize him from the way his hair is kind of long and like white and stringy. He's still wearing the mask, but you get the idea that he's like the mayor of this town, and he like raises his hand to the band for the music to stop. Friends, it's been another successful year, and we are here to celebrate that and our harvest. Everybody kind of like cheers. He begins to clap. It's they're excited. You get the feeling that they don't often get to celebrate. And I will say we are celebrating tonight with some new friends. Everybody kind of like starts patting you on the back. They all cheer. They all raise their drinks up. You're offered your own drinks to cheers with them.
Thank you.
You gonna say no? Okay.
I'll drink water. I'll if there's a cup of water, I'll just kind of just surreptitiously pour it from my own stash.
Okay.
Hey, while this is all going on, does it seem like there's?
What?
Sorry.
I'll raise my own cup though with water.
Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Okay. So, as this is all going on, I wanted to see: does it seem like ritualistic in any way? Does it seem like it's honoring like a specific god?
Make a religion check.
All right.
And since Pudak is there with you, can go ahead and make it out with advantage.
Okay, that's a 26.
26. So as the mayor is continuing to go on, or the village leader, whatever, about like we're here, friends, and we're here to celebrate the hard work that we put in through the year. We're here to have our feast and fill our bellies before the hard times of winter comes along. You notice that the crowd has continued to get closer to everybody. It's gotten more compact. And you kind of look behind you and see that Coraline is like right behind you, where it kind of makes the hairs on your neck stand up. Makes you nervous.
How many of those?
Well, you get the general feeling, the sensation. And as you try to go around and you try to take a better look, but the mask and the holes are cut a little bit narrow, it's a little hard to see. You go to like take the mask off, and it tugs with your skin.
Oh, God, there it is.
And friends, we will feast tonight, indeed.
Yep. Saw this coming.
And everybody begins to converge on all of you. What would y'all like to do as we enter a chase scene, as there are over 60 people in this area?
Can I
60 people?
As we're running, I'm gonna toss a 7th level fireball behind us from the staff.
Aspen's gonna cast Firestorm.
when do I was gonna
All
We're
right,
just
so
gonna
in the
full kill
area
them.
where everybody is, because you guys are kind of in the middle, so it would hit your allies.
Oh yeah, he can position around his allies. Yeah.
Yeah, let's like take out 40 of them.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your
There's
fireball and
children
roll your
here.
firestorm, please.
All right.
Mass murder.
What do
Can
you
I
mean? It's a
still
perfectly
anyway
safe
throw-
village.
Can I throw a
I
hypnotic
will
button?
say that only Galder has really noticed this, and
Okay.
Pudak,
Yeah.
because you guys are the ones that
Galder.
got your intelligence save.
That's
Oh, I got mine too.
41.
42 damage from the fireball.
No, I didn't.
42.
Oh. No,
So Pudak and Galder, just to keep things consistent, are the ones who start. What do you two do to alert your allies of the danger?
I'm just gonna straight up yell, "Everyone, we're under attack!"
what?
Hey, gotta make sure y'all know.
You're just gonna yell,
fire.
"We're under attack." At this
And-
point, a little
And,
girl is
lots of
going
fireball.
to grab Mordecai's hand. Hurry, we have to go. We're not safe here.
Let's go
Mordecai's
for
Put
it.
it away safely in my
What'd you say,
bag.
Mordecai?
Mordecai's gonna sprint towards Galder, just saying, "I have to help my friend."
You're gonna feel a stabbing pain in your hand as this little girl goes to take a bite out of you, and you notice that she has very sharp,
Okay.
blackened teeth. You're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah.
I'll just call out the Pylon Paladin.
That's a 23.
23. Okay, so you feel like this something begin to you don't know what it like is, probably because your teeth are really dirty. Something tries to start spread throughout your veins, but you manage to like constrict your muscles in a way that it doesn't spread. At this point, a fireball goes off in the distance, and you hear like screams of pain from the villagers, and then you watch as like some of them are on all fours running out of this fire, all charred or flashed. Their heads are tilting in all sorts of directions, serrated teeth showing. The firestorm
We are
comes
immune to
raging
poison.
down. Bones are cracked, but they kind of like, as they're like slumped, you notice as they begin to twitch once more and begin to move as they get back up, and arms and legs begin to snap back into place. That will be one success in your attempt to escape this chase, but you get the feeling these people are not going to die easily. So with that, the party begins to run down an alley, kind of pushing your way through. It's now my turn to make my move, and I need everyone to make a dex check for me. A dex check. The lowest dex check is the one that's going to get an attack against them.
Did I get the chance to
Oh,
cast?
well,
Holy shit! I rolled
Nice.
a
I'm rolling like garbage today.
nat 20 for a 19.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. You're all in my vicinity,
So,
so get
Aspen
the
is
plus
the
one.
save.
lowest one. It's a check. It's
not
not,
a
a
save.
save.
Oh, check. Then,
So far, 6 is the lowest at the moment.
Oh wait, what's
Yep, that'd be happening.
18. All right. Aspen, that is going to be a 15 to hit.
all right. That misses.
That misses. So as everybody's kind of running, the Coraline grabs you by the arm and tries to take a bite, but you manage to like push her off, and she kind of falls back into the crowd. With that, who is going to try? What is somebody else going to do to try to help the party escape at this moment in time? Tora raised his hand first. Tora, what are you doing?
Can I cast a hypnotic pattern literally right behind us, which is a 30-foot cube, and the pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw On a failed, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed, the spell creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Yeah. So as you cast this charm, they continue to push through. And they're gonna run up and try to bite you because you get the feeling now that they cannot be charmed. That is an 18 to hit.
Silver barbs.
Yeah,
Silvery barbs. That is gonna be a 15 to hit.
yeah, that still hits.
All right, advantage to Tora.
Advantage to Tora. All right, Tora, you are gonna take 7 points of piercing damage. I need a con save from you, please.
Okay. Con save. Natural 20 for a 22.
You do not get the effect of whatever their bite can do.
Was
Congratulations.
it 7 piercing? Sorry.
7 piercing damage.
Lovely.
All right, so at this point, there are several of them that are injured. Some of them are burned. Some of them are crawling. You watch as some like start to crawl up the walls of the houses and begin to converge on all 3 sides of this alleyway on all of you. Okay, what is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna
I've got something.
telepathically
Yeah,
give Victor an order to leave town, find us a way out.
Okay, Mordecai, what were you trying to do?
Cast a 4th level fireball on everyone.
A 4th level fireball.
Yeah.
On everyone.
Well, on all of the people chasing us.
Okay,
30 damage.
for 30 damage. I will say it doesn't necessarily impede them based off of that damage total, but it doesn't hurt you either. As the fire kind of like slows them down just a little bit, but they're also like basically think of like World War Z, right? They're all like piling over each other, they're crawling, they're running along. They can, they have climbing speed where they can run like sideways, like the White Walkers right before they kill Hodor, that sort of thing.
We'll never trust again.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, yeah. You're like, oh, you guys aren't trusting, and
at
like,
this point, hands begin to shoot out of the ground and reach towards your ankles. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws, please, with a +5.
Okay. There
as
it is.
hands try to reach out and grab you and
There it is,
slow
there
you
it is.
down.
25.
14.
Fucking
20.
11.
Aspen again.
I got 31.
11.
The DC is 15, so if you failed, you are now restrained, and they are going to start to convulge on all of you. So, for the general sake of this, I'm going to go ahead and roll. You are each going to take 14 points of piercing damage, sorry, and I need a con save from anybody who got less than a 15 on the DC. As you
Okay.
begin to-
How much piercing damage?
14.
Okay. And is the save against poison?
It is, yes.
Then nothing happens to Aspen.
Because we're immune.
It's
Yeah,
a,
we're immune.
We're
Nothing
immune
happens to
poison.
anyone because of Hero's Feast.
it
Yeah.
is- you're immune to like
it's
poison condition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you're just gonna take the 14.
Thank God for temp HP. Anyway,
Yeah.
That was the best feast ever.
Yeah, I knew it would come in clutch somehow.
All right, what are you? So your friends are currently, some of them are currently restrained. What are you doing to help?
all right. I think Noah was next.
Yeah, I got something. Friends are restrained. So I'm going to, as for my bonus action, I'm going to shift into my hybrid form. Just suddenly emerge as a were-tiger. But as my action, I'm reaching into my pouch, and to throw them off for a moment to buy us time to free our friends, I'm going to throw down smoke bomb. Fog will explode around them for a moment. I'm hoping to disorient them a little bit, or else
Okay,
like make them drive back. Fear of the fog.
Let me roll a wisdom save. Perception is a wisdom-based skill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
A natural 2 and a natural 4. So
Yeah.
they are disoriented. The hands are holding them down. You guys get some. You just feel a tug as you're back up and moving with your friends. As it's whatever is trying to claw at you, they can't quite get a grasp. Revlor, I will say that your coat gets pulled off of you as you kind of like just yank it off as they're trying to use it to pull back. All right. What is that? I saw Pudak while Zulkifli was talking. He wanted to go next, and then we'll go to Galder.
What are the buildings again? Are this like small wooden shacks or actually
Think of it
stone?
as like it is a shanty town almost. They've used what supplies they could have forged. They're not the best built. things in the world, but you're basically running down a narrow alley towards a gate that you can kind of see off in the distance.
So I could try to tear left and right down by just grabbing into the main walls and just.
I mean, yeah, you can try to stop and tear a house down with your hands. I will say that's going to be a little bit difficult, but the DC will be high, but it is possible.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity for peerless athlete and like just grow physically, not really, just metaphorically speaking. I get the right image of yes, tear down, and just like tear into one of the walls and then grip one of the main beams and just rip it out.
Okay, roll
So,
an athletics check for me, please.
Yes, and because of this, with advantage.
That'd be a crazy athletics.
So let's go. Come on. Woo! Yes.
38.
A 30.
Nat 20.
Yeah, that is a natural 20.
A 38. Oh my god. Okay, so you just grab one of these buildings. I'm gonna say that moves you up ahead twice in the success, and you guys just watch this Budak, like his neck begins to bulge out. He strains for just a second, just tears down an entire wall that makes this house collapse. And you watch this, like the mayor, who's like on all fours, Pharaoh, his arms and legs are bent in 3 different places, as he appears to have 3 different types of joints that have like elongated as well. Just looks up to see this building crashing down on him, allowing you all to move. I need one more success on the escape, and then you guys are out. Galder, we said you were next.
Yeah, I wanted to hang back a little bit to be closer to them and use my turn undead.
Okay.
If that'll work.
We'll
So let me. Yeah, we'll see.
I can add.
Where is it?
What is the CR for undead that just automatically?
For destroy undead.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
I believe it's
see.
like 2.
It has to do with whatever level he is right now.
3 or lower.
3 or lower. Okay, so none of them get destroyed. I'm going to roll a few d20. I will say, as this house gets torn down, there's a few of the torches get extinguished, and it's almost as if, like, in some way, they're think of it like in like old films when they would wear different colored makeup for different lights to expose, like make them look different. But the lights disappear. They're suddenly looking rotten. They're looking demonic and fiendish in some ways. They're not your typical undead, but they are in fact, like, they seem to be almost like possessed, like corpses. Okay. A few of them do get turned. I will say that is enough of a success to get out of this village as night begins to fall. And as you all run out the gates, one of them, they all stop right there at the gate. They do not go beyond the boundary. And Coraline steps out. Y'all might have escaped it tonight, but you'll be one of us soon. You can hear that.
I doubt it.
You continue to run out into the fog, and soon enough, the village disappears in the haze behind you. And as you continue to move into the ruined civilization of Amin Daresk, what happens next is a story for another time.
And we're still wearing these masks we can't take off?
Oh, they're not magical, they're just cursed, so.
Okay.
Because detect magic doesn't work on curses, y'all.
Yeah.
So that was session 72 of Prestige Encounters, as we are heading into a very creepy area, which is one of my favorite types of areas to go into. It's really exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to Aspen, who is our Firbolg Druid.
Yeah, wonderful session. I love a good chase scene. That's probably one of the most interesting ways to do an encounter, because it allows you to use certain spells and abilities ways that normally wouldn't be allowed in combat or otherwise, which is great. And frankly, I can't wait to see what else lies deeper in the fog as we get closer to the ruins. And with that, I'll pass it over to Noah, aka Zulkifli.
Hey, oh my gosh, chasing, like you said, such a cool way to resolve a tense situation. An interesting way to mix things up. Yeah, no, I have nothing to say except that was super cool. And now it's in the evening time. We're going into the scary mist, and but we've got our health. If nothing else, you got your health. And with that, I'm gonna. That's right, and advantage in wisdom saves. I'm gonna yield to our phantom gunslinger, Cormac McRevelor.
Thank you so much, Noah. Yeah, I always love chasing. I think we're what, like 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on them now, or something like that.
4 for 4.
4 for 4. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, great session as always. Of course, thank you to everyone who was chatting it up in chat tonight. Thank you to all our wonderful players for bringing this story alive. And of course, speaking of stories, thank you to our wonderful DM Michael for writing this story and bringing us together each and every week so we can live out this fantasy. And that's all I got. So, hey, Guy, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I'll
If you
take it
can.
away. Great session. Sorry I wasn't as participative as I would have liked, but still always fun being with you all as you cause chaos and we get tortured by little old ladies and find out that our ability to not trust NPCs is always founded. I'm going to pass it on to Dakota, who plays Calder.
Are y'all ever going to trust an NPC I give y'all?
I think that chase scene was very cool. I think the most interesting part of the session was the deal with Ronaldeus, because he brought in a third party for that. Like, that wasn't just, oh, like, take my word for it. That was, oh no, this deal is going to be kept. So I'm actually really interested to see how that plays out, where it goes from there. Overall, amazing session. I'm glad our 3 new guys got to have a watch together. Got warned about the old ladies. And with that, I'm gonna pass it. I always forget who I pass it on to. Caleb, pass it on to Caleb.
Yeah, about that watch. I understand why you guys don't trust Michael at all anymore. Because we did everything possible to make sure that was just a normal old lady. It wasn't. Of course it wasn't. Why would it be?
No
matter what we did.
Shake his head.
You can never trust any dungeon master ever.
You can trust me. I'm a good guy.
So I'm very quickly learning that Michael is evil and will always be evil. But
You need more
Remember
level of
that
God.
next time you ask for a level up.
There's a reason he won't let us play chaotic evil, because he's the only one allowed to be it.
He's chaotic neutral, let's be honest.
That's fair. That is fair.
I mean,
yeah, it's been lots of fun. It was especially fun getting to have a side moment with just the 3 of us newbies. With that, I'll pass it over to Killian.
Yeah, great session overall. I really love the mechanist thing, third party type. Like yeah, we're holding this oath. So fits my theme, and I love it. And I was really happy at this natural 20 came so good to tear down a building.
That was so cool.
Such a
So
good.
good.
That
So
was
good.
Such a good crit.
honestly.
I had set
Super
such a
strong
high
paladin.
DC and it was a freaking 39,
Yeah.
38. Oh my
We
god.
ju- Putak just goes, let me hold this
I think that might be the highest skill check,
hold this door.
like a flat skill check that this campaign, like this show has ever seen. By the way,
It might be.
What was the DC?
it was a 20.
Oh,
So you
smashed it by 18.
That'll do.
You realize he's a plus 18. He would have had to get a nat
don't
1
look-
to
but
fail.
that's the thing. I don't look at your guys' stat sheets to decide like what a DC is
Yeah.
gonna be.
You
I
just
think
said
that
it.
perfectly puts into perspective how strong he would be with that belt.
Yeah. Anyway,
Like with the DC being 20, like
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
Killian finish his
That's
remarks.
Yeah.
Getting a chance to be the giant of the group is so fun. So I really like that. Even next to all the other things we had today, like just the new guys camping out and yeah, the trust. That's a thing now. But I'll give it over to Josh.
Yeah, good fun session today. Really enjoyed that chase scene. Bit naff that they were resistant to charm. How rude of them. But I'll get that next creature, so it's okay. And I'll pass it back to Michael.
I will say that Hero's Feast did save a few of you from taking a lot of damage. That poison save, you would take full damage on a fail. You would take 0 on a success, but if you did fail, that was going to be huge. So congratulations everybody on that, on Hero's Feast. And if you're just now joining us, we're ending our stream. We do have Prestige Encounters every Wednesday, or rather almost every Wednesday, at twitch.tv/lichsouls, which is this channel here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to take daylight savings time into consideration for that as well.
Yeah, we sprung forward, guys.
Yeah.
We sprung forward.
And of course, if you ever need an update whether or not we're having the stream or not, join our Discord.
Yes, at lichsouls.com/discord, or you can just use the command !Discord in our Twitch chat for a direct link. Everyone,
Or you can message Michael. He loves when you message him.
I
privately.
love
Oh,
when people
absolutely.
message me. Don't message me.
Especially when you talk to him about your trauma.
Oh, yes.
Actually, wait for the
Anyway,
weekend when he's super busy with work. It's the best time to get a response from him.
Yeah,
We'll see you here
Michael.
next week at 8
We'll
p.m.
see
Eastern
you.
Standard Time as we continue into our 4th year of playing Dungeons and Dragons together, everybody.
4 frickin' years.
And I'm super happy to inform everybody that Campaign 3 will be picking up this coming summer as well. So
Oh, wow, we're close.
it's getting
that's
close.
close.
So
Wow.
we'll see everybody then. We'll see you next week here at twitch.tv/lichsouls.
Wait, one more thing. This week is Guy's birthday, right?
It was
was my birthday
his
on
birthday
It
Monday.
was.
Monday? Okay. I didn't know. Happy late birthday.
Guy.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Gee!
Also, I want to say Ramadan Mubarak for all of you Muslims who just started fasting this week. Ramadan just started.
And enjoy your St. Patrick's Day.
Woo!
That's
That
coming
one
up.
too.
Also that.
Have your green beer that's colored with food coloring. It's great.
Hide your snakes. If you're a snake in Ireland, just don't
Get the
come out.
fuck out.
Yeah, not allowed.
Alright, we have nothing else to say other than bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Bye 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 bye.
Oh boy.